Iran launching a fresh round of strikes tonight. You can see them.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Daily Dose of News, where we serve up the world's chaos with a side of, well, more chaos. I'm your host, and boy oh boy, do we have a doozy of a news day for you. So grab your coffee, maybe some tissues, and possibly a stress ball. First up, we're tracking a major story from the diplomatic front. President Trump has made the decision to leave the G7 summit in Canada a full day early, cutting short what was supposed to be a 2-day international gathering. The reason? An escalating conflict between Iran and Israel that's demanding immediate attention from the White House. Now, this isn't just your typical Middle Eastern tension we're talking about here. We're looking at what appears to be a serious military exchange. Iran has launched drone and missile strikes against Israel, and Israel has reportedly responded by targeting Iran's underground nuclear facilities. The conflict has now entered its 5th day, with both sides continuing to exchange attacks. Trump hasn't been quiet about this situation either. He's issued some pretty stark warnings, urging civilians in Tehran to evacuate. And he's made it clear he wants what he calls a real end to Iran's nuclear ambitions. The G7 leaders did manage to agree on a joint statement before Trump's departure, stating that Israel has the right to defend itself and that Iran can never be allowed to have nuclear weapons. In Sydney, Australia, there's been what police are calling a brazen daylight shooting that's got authorities deeply concerned. 2 masked gunmen walked into a kebab shop in Auburn, fired 8 shots, and then fled the scene in a black vehicle with clone license plates. 3 people were injured in this attack, including a 50-year-old woman who worked at the restaurant and was shot twice in the torso. The investigation has been handed over to Task Force Falcon, which specializes in organized crime, and detectives are looking into whether 3 burnt-out vehicles found across Sydney are connected to the shooting. Even more disturbing, there are reports suggesting the gunman may have been hired through an app similar to Airtasker, which really makes you wonder what the gig economy has come to these days. And speaking of troubling incidents, we have some tragic news from New York City's transit system. The subway system has seen 2 separate incidents that highlight ongoing safety concerns. A teenager was critically injured while subway surfing, that's riding on the outside or top of subway cars, a dangerous trend that continues to put young lives at risk despite repeated warnings from authorities. We'll continue monitoring all these developing stories and bring you updates as they become available. The Iran-Israel situation in particular is moving rapidly, and we expect to see significant diplomatic activity in the coming days as the international community responds. That's your news briefing for now. Stay safe out there, news junkies, and remember, when the world gives you chaos, make a YouTube video about it. Peace out.